Well, hello everyone, TheOntarioGardener here, back with another episode of Masterplan Tycoon. So in the beginning episode, which was, well, the first episode, we kind of went over basic stuff, and right now we jumped into the steel mission. And at the end of the episode, we kind of talked about the charcoal business here, which we have, well, maxed out, of course, because these share. So the way this works is the storages share each other, no matter where they are, as long as they're within the same area, if you will. So we're talking about, does it make sense? We have our upgrade here. Does it make sense to use charcoal or not? So, and the answer is yeah, for me, because the way that charcoal works, actually, let's go into this menu. Nope. This, there we go. I want to go into here. So we want to go to where the heck is the charcoal at? Did I miss it? I missed something. Here. So coal mine. So basically a coal mine, you're harvesting coal from a mine that's there. You get one every minute, but it has maintenance to it. That's the problem. Or if you go to this, which is the charcoal kiln, there's no maintenance at all. And 2 trees make 1 coal in 45 seconds. So instead of 1 to 1, 1 and 1, and you have the big deal here for me is the maintenance, because tree farms, if you will, or charcoal kilns have no upkeep to them, and lumber camps also have no upkeep. Now they are slower because of the way we have things, kind of laid out here. I'm going to speed this up. I always like to do the fastest speed possible, of course. And you see how we do have a bit of reduction here. It's because they're so close together, but that's okay. One of these is actually not. I want to have them all cutting as well. Cutting on, I think it's this one, because at this point, actually you don't have 2 connected anyway. That's odd. That one's cutting on, and then did I have this one messed up too? No, this one's fine. It was just never connected. And we're producing, we're producing good amount, and our coal right now is stored. Now we will be using coal because we need to use coal to make the steel. That's the problem. And we want to go back to where the steel. This is where we exit, right? So this is where we're sending coal out. So right off the bat, we can put, this is kind of, you can put things like this over top of green spaces. You just can't put them over top of what you consider ore veins or stone, because like you see how now I guess it's kind of set like the mountain goes up. This is dug in. This is dug in. This kind of goes up, but it's different because it's not it's grassland or whatever you want to call it. So the way we can get around this is we can dump this here, because we're already going to be dumping coal back out. And we're only going to send out 10, because we're going to need coal other places, which is why this is going down. You see how this is going down? Because wherever this is going, which is back to the main area, is taking the coal. And there you go. So now we go down to the coal, and this should be filled back up very soon, because we're going to keep pumping out coal. And this is going to fill up. Well, it's basically going to fill up right now. It's full. So the internal storage is going to fill up, and there you go. And this is great. It's exactly what we wanted to do. And as you see here, the mission here is to send coal out. Now, the other thing with this one is we're bringing in clothing, beer, bread, and bricks. Bricks we have to bring in. Bread, beer, and clothing, and this is used for, and you may say, what's that used for? Well, it's used for this. It's used for, we're actually way ahead here now, for sausages. Pig farms need bread, clothing, beer. Butchery needs bread, clothing, beer, right? And then to make the iron mine, it takes these 3 products, which all come from the previous products. So the best thing that we can do, instead of relying on the food and related items from our main area, because we're going to be depleting those, and that's not good, is we should add them up here. That's what I think anyway. So we're going to go in here. We got to get up and running with, we got to make, what we're bringing here. We have bread, beer, and clothes, and that's going to be actually a tier 1. So bread is pretty easy. We can just put, I know we have to put another storage up here somewhere, which is also fine. We can put this up here, farm, and that's going to go to a mill, and that's going to go to a bakery, and then we're going to dump a well right about here, and this is fine. This doesn't have to be 100%. It doesn't honestly matter at all. It just doesn't. This has to go down 1. And I think the reason why these buildings are all different shapes like this is so you can't just run things in lines, right? So bread is done. All this has to be dumped into storage facilities. I guess we'll just put it here because this here, remember, showed that it was outside the area to get in. This actually needs fish too, by the way. So this isn't going to function because why? Because we are missing fish. So easy way around that is what? Go all back to tier 0, go to fish, and what we're going to do is we're going to find an area that's very kind of out of the way, like right up here. This would be the best place to do this. This would be the best place actually to do water as well, now that I'm thinking about it. Do 1, we'll do 2, do 3, and we'll do 4. And then we'll dump a storage in here. Oop, I'm not sure if these all reach properly. It might be a little tough, that one. Oh, no, they all do. Good. So now we're just generally dumping fish in here, and then we'll do the same thing. I'm doing the same thing with the stone, and I actually want to do the same thing with the water because we are going to need... Actually, I'm going to leave it for now. Ooh, can you run... Let me just think for a second. I don't know if you can run... Oh, can you run... I don't think you can run things over water. No, you can't. You have to use the pillars. But can you put pillars in water? No, you can't do that. Okay. So my idea of putting a storage unit here won't work because there's no area for it. We could put it right here because this we can't move this thing. So yeah, let's just put it here. And what we want to do, let's just dump a bunch of water. Let's just do 1, 2, 3, and these are all going to be at 100% because you're pulling it from the ocean, not anywhere else. Let's just connect all these, and then this is the easy way to do this. So if we need water somewhere, we can bring in water. So we're going to be making bread. So guess what? We're going to disconnect bread. And you disconnect bread by... You should be. Can I not click on that? What? There. That was just too close. Actually, we're going to disconnect beer and clothing because we're not going to. And then the brick is the only thing that we need for that. So here we're dumping water. And then the well, I'm going to leave the well because I'm not sure if we need water for something else, then we'll use it. So we're making bread. Bread is what? Bread's full. Here, bread, well, bread's going to be full because we brought bread in from the other location, which is also fine, by the way. So we have to go back to tier 0. We have to make beer, which is still with the farm, right? And then we got to go to a brewery. So can we use a brewery for same brewery for... Actually, what we could probably do is do something like this. And then I think what we'll do is this pull... Let's get rid of this. Oh, I want to... How do I delete? I don't think you actually can delete, can you? Yes, you can. You click on this and you hit recycle. There we go. Goes away. So what I want to do... Now, this is another thing. You could just put a bunch of grain into a storage unit and then pull from that. Like, that's another way you could kind of run this or play this. Oh, I'll leave it alone. Play the game. Brewery's going to go right about here. And then the well, we need the well here for this. So the brewery also needs water, doesn't it? So we can't actually do it like exactly like this. So what we'll do is... let's put a pillar here. I don't know if this is going to work. Let's get a well here, and let's just get... I don't know. Maybe one well might be enough. I don't actually know if it is or not. If it isn't, then fine. We can always adjust it. It's fine. We can adjust it. We could also bring water in from up top. And then anyway, the beer is going to be outputted. This is just a basic 1-to-1. There's a deficit here. We obviously know this, but this is just to get it up and running. Why is this a question mark? Oh, the node is full. So if you have a question mark, it usually means something is full or something is lacking. When it's red, it means the nodes are full, which means you can't dump any more in here. Same thing with the beer, right? Because the beer we brought in from the other location. Grain and meal, we have none in there because we're not running it like that. All right, let's go back to tier. So clothing is next. So this is the easiest. You need sheep farm, and you have a sewing workshop. So these need nothing besides wool. So we can put this, literally put this right here, and we can put, so this here produces 1 every 45 seconds, and this needs 1 every 45 seconds. So these are easy. These are 1-to-1s. So what we could actually do is, well, 1-to-1 without any reduction. So yeah, look at it that way. So what I could actually do, this takes a long time to build for some reason. I'm going to pull this, well, I guess I have to, we got to get one of these in here. I just want to see how many I can fit in this space. This could actually go way down here. And then this could go, I want to leave, yeah, I should leave it where it was, 85. And then I'm going to do another sheep farm here. Yeah, it's because the bakery's here. We can pull this down way down here. Because I kind of want to have 3 sheep farms going. That's only at 60%. That's not very good. How full card can I pull this? That's not bad. That's at 100%. No way. Well, it's because of the rain. We gotta wait for the rain to go away. It's at 80%, 77, and this is at 100. So we pull this down more. 100, 195, 77. It's because of where it is. 80, 84, 80, 95. So let's push this one up one, push this up one, and then leave that one there. Okay, cool. So we can actually get 2 sewing workshops out of this because we will need them, trust me. And this is a fun way to do it. This is almost like a 2 to 3. Actually, you wouldn't need 2 to 3 because you're using 1 wool every 45 seconds, and this is producing, well, not quite 1. See, because you actually have a little, yeah, so this is fine. This is how you run the ratios for Factorial, like you're making green circuits. You have 3 copper assemblers going into 2 green circuit assemblers, and it's perfectly fine. And the reason why these are all built up because we brought these from the other location, if you remember. But we don't want to do that. We don't want to bring them from the location because then they're going to be used in that location, and that's not good. So we have to start working now. Well, we could do one of 2 things. We can build, got a tier 2. We can either build the iron furnace to get the furnace up and running, but we still got to do sausages, moonshine, overalls. So we might as well just leave this alone. Well, tell you what, let's set one up. The iron is this lighter colored, or this medium colored gray, I guess, because this is a light gray. This is the rock that comes up. So the iron we have here, and we have a little patch here and here. So these ones are basically worth nothing. Wow. We don't really have a location to dump all these anyway. This is difficult. Because these well, it's difficult because of what's here. So we're going to try to put in as many as I can. 1, 2, because we're going to need these 3. I mean, the more you have, the more resources you need, obviously. Or more upkeep, I should say. Excuse me. But it eventually evens out. Slightly. Somewhat slightly. Is that the right word? Eventually, it kind of evens out. These are not going to work because there is a sprocket, which means something is missing. What's missing is all of this. So that's fine. But we're going to run this anyway. Iron mine is going to go to a furnace. I don't know how many furnaces. What is the ratio here? If you have iron mine, you're getting 1 every minute. Here you need 1 every 30 seconds. So basically what we have set up here can do 2 potentially. So what we can do is let's just run 2. And remember, because we're dumping coal into the storage, like it's important to dump all of your raw resources to a point into your storage, because here we're going to run coal, but we're missing, obviously we're missing the iron. As soon as this meets up with coal, this is likely here is going to go to a sprocket anyway, because we have no maintenance. And now, yeah, see how it went to red? This one eventually will as well. And then back down here, if you click on this, guess what? Where is our coal? Coal's being depleted, but it's being filled back in. And this is the beauty with this type of setup. Like, we don't have a good ratio. Like, I wonder if we would delete some of these. I wonder if we would actually delete some of these, how much better it would be. Let's try it out. Recycle. Now that everything is built, recycle. Because the idea is to have 100%. 100%. When can this one get to be 100%? See, it taps out because of how big the circle is. So it's 75. 75 is probably that. This is 75. This one can go up a bit. This one can come down a bit. Yeah, so I could have just left what I had, probably. But we'll run it like this and just see if we can keep up. Because it has to do with the area of influence here. And also the area of, well, these are cut off a little bit, as you can see, but it's still the area of influence. You put them closer together, they're going to eat into each other. But as you see, we still have tons coming in. This is only 1 second off. So that's the thing. Is that better, or is it better to have, I don't know, honestly. I think it might have been better to have it the way we were, now that I'm thinking about it. I think, you know, what we're going to do, let's put it back the way it was, mostly the way it was. Have it here. They're not exactly in the middle, but it's close. It's close enough. Put this one here. Put this one here. Dump this here. Dump this here. Dump this here, and then just kind of spread these out slightly, a little bit more. And then there, whatever. You know, I should have left it the heck freaking what it was, because it's fine. Okay, steelworks were here. Now we have steel coming out. Now we got to go back to the tier 2. So furnace produces 2 steel every 30 seconds. This takes 3 steel every 45 seconds. So you need basically, well, let's see, if you have trying to think. I always think the rate. So basically, you need 1 steel every 15 seconds. This produces 1 steel every 15 seconds. So this actually is a 1-to-1. Now that I'm looking at it, which is actually good for us. Except this is not going to be good because of the way that this is set up. So I think we have to actually move these a little bit, which is a freaking pain in the butt. But it's okay. This takes a long time to build. So we're going to do another one up here. And this is perfectly fine as well. We can run this into this one, and we can run this one into this one. Because they're not sharing resources, so to speak, but like they're fine. It takes a long time to build. But yeah, because if you break it down this way, you need basically 1 every 15 seconds. And this produces 2 every 30, which is 1 every 15 seconds. And this produces 1 every minute. But it only needs 1 every 30 seconds. So 1 a minute, 2 of these basically being 2 a minute, 1 30 seconds. So this is ratioed out now. Except we have to put in a little storage unit right about here. And this storage unit is going to connect to this one, obviously. And that's going to have our output. So this is ratioed perfectly. But the problem is we also need to dump out steel beams, or just steel. So that's where we need to have another setup like this. But for now, we're going to run it as is. We can always get more steel later. So what we have to work on now, excuse me. Remember, the green things you can always kind of pave over. So I think what we'll do is we're gonna do it over here. I wish I could zoom in better. Yeah, we'll do it over here. Because you can just move this and it just paves over all of this. Not that, but you know what I mean. There. And we can just do that. There. Oh, I don't think you can get rid of... I wonder if this actually regrows itself. Maybe you can't get rid of the whole node, because that's actually the dark green part, which I don't think goes away. Anyway, does not matter. Doesn't matter. Okay, so we're going to ignore the steel and steel beams. We have to do what the maintenance is now. So we need sausages, moonshine, overall sausages. Again, you're getting a farm for grain. You're going to a pig farm, bread, clothes, beer, butchery, which is the same thing, and we need the well. So what we can do here is, what we should almost do, honestly, is we should set up... Can we bring grain in? No, we can't. We should set up a big farm just bringing in grain. But for now, we're not going to do that. For now, we're just going to run it kind of as is. I think we can run it up here, honestly. 91, and then this is going to go to pig farm. So this needs 1 grain every 15 seconds. This produces 1 every 30 seconds. So not quite what we need. Something like this is fine. Pig farm, we can dump. And you can see it changes these numbers too, right? If it's outside of here, it has the best numbers. So we're going to dump it right about there. And then the butchery. So basically, we're getting 1 pig every 30 seconds, and this gives you needs 1 pig every 45 seconds. So one of these is more than enough. We may have to do some rejiggering here because this isn't going to work like that. Grain to grain. Yeah, this is definitely not going to work. We got to bring this down a little bit, which is actually fine because we can dump that into this, and then we can dump this into that, and then we got to bring the water in. And you can just put in these storage units, but you want to put them kind of out of the way, I guess. I don't know if running lines through this affects the... It does. Wow, look how... It's crazy how much it affects it. So we're going to try to dump this. Wow, where the heck can we put this where it actually still works? Wow, that's very terrible. Let's see if we can push this a little higher up. 78, 74, 77 is probably right about there. 65, 74, 79. There we go. So this is definitely, I'm pretty sure this has changed from before. They actually have this, so you can't kind of like to, like I like to mass produce, like kind of like you do in Factorio, or I use Factorio, or any type of these type of supply and demand games. You want to just load up on things. They've really changed it, so you can't do that anymore, which makes sense. Makes sense. I don't like it, but it makes sense. The reason why this is red is because there are some things that are being depleted. As you see here, we're missing moonshine over. This is what's being depleted because we're not making any. Sausages aren't being depleted because they're not being used, right? They're just being stored, right? Which is fine. We're going to leave a sausage area here, and then we're going to go to the moonshine. This is a potat farm, and we also need sugarcane. Here we get 1 every 22.5 seconds. This needs 1 every 45, so this is a 1 to 2. Sugarcane is the same thing, and sugarcane is the same. So one of these can supply 2 of these. Let's see, where can we do this? I want to try to leave that, excuse me, place open a little bit there. Let's just dump it. Maybe here is fine. And then we do a sugarcane plantation, which is fine here. And then the moonshine, we should be able to dump 2 here, but we're going to need, water. Again, I can almost guarantee, yeah, I know we do, because look, it takes water. Oh, there. Oh, no, sorry, it doesn't. It takes, okay, never mind. It doesn't take that. It takes, Oh, okay, the liquids. I'm like, why not? The liquid's coming from the sugar cane. We could dump this up here. Wow, look how much far away we have to go to get it to be 100, even anywhere near what we. There we go. There's 100%. How much closer can we get? There's about. That's close enough. This is close enough, I think. And the moonshine's gonna go here. Now the thing is that we don't know how much we actually are gonna need. Like this takes the maintenance, but it doesn't tell you over how long. You got to click on it, it tells you how long. The maintenance is like, I don't know how long the maintenance lasts. Like, I don't know if this is I mean, this is 45 seconds, right? So, I mean, is this 3 minutes? I don't know exactly how that's set up yet. What does this say? Oh, that's pause. You can actually pause the production. But anyway, we're making it, and that's fine. The next thing we got to make is overall. So this takes cotton. This is 1 every 22 seconds. This needs 1 every 30 seconds. So that's 1-to-1. Sheep farm. Actually, no. This is 2 every 70 seconds because you got to plant. So this is 1 every 35 seconds. This needs 1 every 30. So this isn't quite a 1-to-1, really. Sheep farm, same thing. You get 2 every 90, 1 every 45 seconds. This needs 1 every 30 seconds. So you almost have to have 2 of these for each one of these. And here you get 1 every 15, 1 every 15, and this needs 1 every 45. So yeah, you could have 3 of these per one of these, but they're never going to keep up. So we'll do 2, 1, 1, 1. We got to find a place to do this. I mean, we can literally do it. I just want to stay away from that area. We can do it right here, I think. How close can I make this to be 100%? Cotton, and we got to do a sheep farm. When this is built, it'll change what the percentage is, because right now it says 100%. Interesting that doesn't mess with it at all. I think it's because they're different resources. That doesn't make any sense. Let me just see what if that changes it when it actually goes live, or it has to do with. Wow, what that doesn't make. Oh, there. Okay, there it went. There it went. Okay, so it can be that. It's interesting that they're not. They're not within each other's bubble, but because they're different things, it doesn't matter. Oh, that's weird. Yeah, because this is 100%. This is 100%. So good enough. So cotton mill, we're gonna go. I don't want to get in the way of that. Cotton mill, we're gonna do a felt shop, which is basically the same concept. And then we're gonna go to the fur factory, and we should be able to dump 2 of these. And the factories can go as close as you want, because it doesn't matter. Now, as soon as this starts working, well, as soon as the fur factory starts working, we want to dump it into storage, of course. I want to hook that up first. Well, actually, it doesn't matter how we hook it up. Felt calico. Calico felt. Now, as soon as this gets hooked up and we're producing, the steel is going to start working. So I'm just going to go down here and wait here. Look, boom. Hey, look, we're working very slowly. I still don't know how these count down. I don't know. Because there was one. Let's see. 1.5. I have a feeling it goes 3 times as long as this. That's how it lasts. Or is it just a standard 3 minutes? Like 3 real-time minutes. Let's see what happens when this ticks down. They should equal. Boom. Okay. Oh, now we're okay, never mind. Now we're stuck because we're waiting for coal. We're waiting for iron. Okay, so there's 30 seconds. But this pauses, right? So we're waiting for, what are we waiting for? We're waiting for not coal. We're waiting for iron. So that's 30 seconds again. That's 2. Right, so I think it's a standard 3 minutes, like real time. If we put this in real time, this would be real time 3 minutes. So I think that's kind of how it's every 3 minutes. So you can go back here and you can ratio that stuff out, right? So here, how many do we make in 3 minutes? Well, 45 seconds times 2 is 1.5 minutes. So 4 times, we're making 12 every 3 minutes, which is fine. So then you go down here, but this one here, look, it's also using 3, right? So like you could really ratio the crap out of this. But look what we're making. Moonshine's up, overalls are up, steel beams are at 10. That's all we needed to send to the next mission. But we got to make steel now, regular steel, which is fine. All these should work independently. They should all work based on what we have as far as things ratioed out. Okay, as far as another steel or another iron area, we have this, but it's in the way of this, which stinks. We have a little bit here, and we have a little bit here and here. So I think what we got to do is just not very good. We got to get steel beams. How many of these can I actually fit in here? Let's just build one. How far down can we push this? Pretty far, actually. So that's okay. That's fine. And then we can actually dump another iron mine. here, and then we can do another one. I just want to see how many I can put here. 60%, 50%. What the heck? Oh, it's because of the. It has to be with. That's why 60%. What's this one at? This is at 100. Is this 60 because it's interfering with this one? That should not matter with when it's dealing with mines or quarries. It should not matter at all. It's because of how much is around it. Oh, that's 80. We can't do it any closer. 50. So the best is 60. Man, that stinks. But it is what it is, right? So okay. And then we got to just dump this into a storage unit. And we're going to do the... Actually, no, we don't have to do a storage. We don't have to do a storage. We can get rid of this. Because the way this is done is two of these go into one. So we have two. We can just go right into one furnace then. And the beauty behind this is we can bring the coal right up from this. Boom, boom. This one here, here, and then boom to there. So now we have steel coming in, and guess what? We can just dump this steel into here, which is great for us. So this is the 1-to-1. The issue here is, see, now we're out of beer. So this is where this is tricky. We're out of beer. Well, why? Where do we make beer at? Beer is being made where? Where are we making the beer at? It's up here, isn't it? So here the issue is what? It's just speed. It's just the speed. And that's it. That's why we should probably spread these out a bit, shouldn't we? Let's do that. Let's spread this out. We don't actually... Yeah, let's just close all of these off. Bring this down to here. Bring this down to here to give it its best chance. And then the water for this is fine. This pillar we don't actually need. We can just dump... we can just dump a well, I guess back where this one was. Hook it up. Well to there. And then bring this one. Oh, it's not going to let me do it. Oh, yeah, it will let me do it. Okay. Just want to clean this out. This can go back up to here. This can go down here. Give these guys a little bit more room. 100%. 92, 77, whatever. And that's good. So here, we can just dump this over here. We can run our water. We can run our grain. You're never going to have this at 100% then, if you're dealing with stuff like, dealing with it like that, right? 88, there's 96, 90, 90. That's the best you're going to have. So we can just still dump this into here. And now we're going to be making beer quicker or better because we have it more ratioed. But it's fine. Like you could really go crazy. And I used to do that in one of my old playthroughs. I did that where I made like a massive grain farm. It worked better, but you can't do that here. You can't. The best way to do this is have an area where you can put these in, where you have them either maybe using pillars or something, and you just fill up the whole area, and that's all that is, instead of having them on top of each other. This is not bad, but you see we're only at, geez, this is like freaking crazy. This is almost double, like 50%, but still better than nothing. Better than nothing. It's just a way they've done this to make it so you can't just really, abuse that. But what we can still do though, this is how you deplete your previous things also, which I don't like doing. Is you could bring bread and you could bring beer in here, and we could really have production going. This we get what? See, we're almost even. We're almost at 90%. What would make this go to 100%? 95. This would be, there's 100. Okay, there's 100%. So let's push this out a little bit. That's 100%. Okay, let's push this up a little bit. Is that 90? Okay, 90, whatever, 94%. Close enough. We can dump it there, 96%. Okay. Beer's coming in. So you can see here how this is working. The green means you're producing more than what you're using. The amount of arrows you have is how much more you're producing. And the only reason why this is like this is because the beer, where? The beer is under tier 1? Is basically at 0. Because we're overstocking the other things because beer is lacking. Why beer is lacking, the other stuff isn't lacking, I don't really know, honestly. I don't know. We're producing 2 beer every 45 seconds. Here we're producing 3 bread every 45 seconds. So there you go. Here we're producing 4 clothes every 45 seconds. So the issue here is we got to make another one of these. That'll really help things out. I think we can do another one right down here. Make another, not moonshiner. We got to make the bia. I think we can do 100% would be right about here. We can dump a well here, and then we can do a brewery. Like, you got to really freaking spread. Ooh, I don't know if I can do it that far away. So I got to be able to dump this into. Is that 100% still? It is. Good. So another brewery should help. But as you can see, it's at 96%. You're never gonna. There's no way you can ever get 100%, is there? I don't think there is. How could you ever get 100% if you have these lines going through it? Could be this, maybe. Ah, never mind. There you go. So the lines don't actually count. It's what. Then it shouldn't be 100% with this here anyway. Don't matter. Whatever. Can we dump? Ooh, we gotta get. Can I don't know if this is gonna reach up to that. That's tight. I don't think that's gonna work. I can't pillar it either. That's not gonna work. Shoot. Can we put any of this anywhere else where we're at 100%? Okay, there. That's fine. Then we're gonna bring this back. There we go. That's fine. Okay, now we're actually producing. Not producing one every 15 seconds. Well, we're producing 4 every 45 seconds. So that's basically more than 1 every 15 seconds. So we're producing more than what we are not what we're using, but ratio to the other things. Sausages are going down. Overalls are down. This is how, because we're depleting this. Coal we're still up on. Iron we're still up on. So and moonshine we're up on, which is all good things. Or which are all good things. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see red, because that means you're not producing enough. Steel we're actually fine, because look at the waviness. That could really throw your freaking eyes for a loop. See how it's wavy? I know you can. Does it get more if I put the mouse in it? No, I'm just trying to think if it does. All right, so guess what? We have to get out of here now, because we have to go back to the main area, because it wants us to make what? Windows, and windows are here. This is where it gets really nuts, by the way, guys. The reason why is because sand mines take steak, milk can, vests, right? And guess what vests take? Or steakhouse takes sausages, moonshine, overalls. Milks take the same thing. So we're basically using whatever. We're not even sending those ingredients out. So we're gonna go back to the main area. Ooh, look! By the way, we have more research we can do. Upgrades. This is what we should be working on. Storage capacity. Increases storage in the master by 50. What do we need? 30 and 20. Resource transfer. We have no beer. This is in general, and this is also a good thing. We have none of this stuff, by the way. Wow, it's because we're not putting any of this. That's why we're not putting any of this into our storage. Can I actually do any of these? I can't. I can do, well, I did this one because I literally clicked on it. So these we can't do. So what I want to do before we leave is I want to get grain, wool, potato, sugarcane. Just one of every farm in here. And I want to do it probably just right. Well, we'll see where we can do it at. Because we want to go back here. We want to do grain. And then I want to do grain. And then I want to do wool. And then I want to do, what's the other one? Hold on, hold on, I gotta figure out what it is. I don't remember. Grain, wool, potato, and sugar. Potato and sugar, and that's gonna be under moonshine. Potato, and then sugarcane. Okay, and we're gonna just dump all these down here. Dump this right about here, and then we can start researching it. Where are we at here? Percentage: 100%, 96, 80, 100. Dump this down, push this down. All right, we should all be good now. And this is, yep. Why is that not joining that? I should join that. Unless I'm just missing it. Okay, 94, 88, 100, 100. So, 100 now, 100, 100, 100. Oh, well, let's go up 1. 100%, 100%, 100%. Okay, so the reason why we did this, right, is we can go back, because upgrades are important. We want to go here. Now, we don't have enough. We have to wait. So we're just going to wait here for 2 seconds. This is already done. This is good. This is good. Constructions, we did the charcoal kiln. And the thing is, though, if you'd have, like, the tutorial thing on, you'd get pop-ups when this stuff is available. We're not available quite yet. So I want to wait for this. It should not take too long, because we're just producing raw resources right now. So we'll wait another 10 seconds. That should be all it'll take, at least. Yeah, they're almost done anyway. And then we can rock and roll. Let's keep it going. 60. They should all be pretty much equal because we put them down kind of at the same time. What's the problem? Why are we locked here? Oh, the maintenance is down as well. The maintenance is... Oh, because Paul... Why is it... Duh. That's why, because it's paused. That was dumb. I don't understand. So here, we're not far from this. I'd like to do this, too, while we're here. 20, 20, 20, and there was one right there. Sugarcane's at the bottom. As soon as I see it, there goes the other one. 3, 2, 1, and done. There we go. This we can't... We'll be able to do this within the regular thing, too, because we're using all this stuff. That's the problem with this. So I just want to wait for this to finish. Because right now, our speed is 100% at 45 seconds. Let's see what happens when this finishes. It goes by 10%. So this now should be 40%. That's great. That's great for us. Because even if you have them closer together, now they're producing faster. And we can dump this like this. This is perfectly fine. We're dumping all these back to the master, and we want to go back to the master. Now, you darn well know we're going to be out of things. Because now we're sending everything here. We actually don't have to send this, or this. Remember, because this is self-sufficient now. Bricks we do. Why actually do we need to send bricks? Hold on a second. What did we have to send bricks for? I think it was just to build... Wasn't it just to build this stuff? Yeah, it was just to build. It was just to build the things. Okay. So we technically don't have to send anything to this anymore. We can just do this. Oh, we can just do that. Move this to this side. And then connect everything up. Everything up. There we go. And this is going to dump everything into here pretty crazy because it's going to fill to 7. Actually, it's going to go to 125, remember. Because we are up there. Can we do... Oh, we can do this now. Because remember, we're back in the main area. Because that other stuff wasn't being sent. So everything in this, in the master, was being... It's backlogged. Because it's like... The things run in like, all the... Like, the different missions, they all run in the background. Like, right now, you can see here... We're still getting this stuff in. And it's coming in not super fast. Because it's coming in as it's being made. This is serious as it all stores in a location share. This is why you go back to here. This is why we have bread, we have beer, we have clothes. We don't have this other stuff because we're not... We should actually dump all this stuff in. I'm going to do this too. Grain, meal, wool, clay. We should have everything going into the storage units now that I'm thinking about it. Like even here, we're going to eventually need all of this stuff. Not this. Where's the other stuff that's just the generic stuff? Because grain, meal... I'm going to set that up right here at the bottom now that I'm thinking about it. Let's just set it up. There's no reason not to. We're going to get... so this is one every 20 seconds. This needs one every 30 seconds. So we're just going to do a 1 to 1. And then we're going to dump another storage unit in here. So now it'll all share, which is fine. This is at this. This is going to be built. And then boom. There we go. Perfect. And we're also going to dump that into that because we want this. It's not going to go super fast. Why is it at 45? That's 100% right there. That's what we wanted. So 40 seconds. So 1 every 20 seconds. This uses 1 every 30 seconds. So theoretically, 1 should go to here. 1 should go to here. Now it's not going to. Well, it kind of does that. And the grain will go to meal, and then we click on here, and guess what? Now the meal is going up. Grain's going up. Eventually, this will fill up, which is great. Wool. We could do the same thing with wool. I'm going to leave it for now. Do we have any other upgrades right now? And you get upgrades based on how you go through your missions. The next mission is what? Oh, we have to make... And it tells you here, we do this in the master. So we have to make windows here. And then the next mission is actually... That's why there's so much space here, by the way. The next mission is your copper mission. Or no, limestone. And then I think the other one is in copper. And here, the port one, this is where it gets interesting as well. We're not anywhere near that. You get to make rope and all that stuff. And then here, mountains. This is the new one for this map. And there's nothing up here, which is kind of crazy. So we can start and we can build up there if we want to. But we have to make windows. So I think what we'll do is, let's just, like we're doing basic stuff here. Basic. And, you know, this stuff is to use for this. This is for this. This is for this. And then the stuff that's in here is being made here because you're going to need steel beams and steel and coal to use as building materials. So yeah, we gotta be careful here, slightly careful. So then what we'll do is let's just see once we have a little bit of time left. We produced everything here, which is fine. Tier 3 now. Steak, leather, you get from a cow farm. This takes sausages, moonshine, overalls to make, milk cans. These take, what do these actually take? Yeah, these take steel beams to make. These take, what actually takes steel then? Oh, they all take the same. So the brick we're bringing from another location, steel we're bringing from another location. And these take 16, 20 bricks. Like, this is a lot. Windows, this is what we have to strive for next. Sand mine. So we have to make, this is where it gets crazy. We have to make the sausages, the moonshine, the overalls again, so we can supply the maintenance for these. And this is crazy too, because you have to plant the cows in a sense, and you harvest milk and harvest cow. This you're just using milk, but look what it takes to build. Like, this is where it starts getting nuts. Really nuts, in my opinion. Very nuts. Windows is the last thing. You have to have, well, sand mine that you make the sand. Glass maker. If we make sand just comes from water. Window maker, lumber camp. All right, that's just crazy. So what we're gonna do? Let's just set it up. Let's just set these up. That way we at least know what we have to then work towards. This can probably be here. This needs to be. Oh, this actually has to be near the water. I forgot about that. So we can actually dump this. And these aren't gonna. Why is? Oh, this is a lumber camp, right? This isn't actually gonna work because we have nothing for it to work for. Work whatever. So this produces what, 1 every 30 seconds, and this needs what, 1 every 30 seconds. So this is actually fine. Glass is gonna go here. Tree is gonna go here, and then this is at 45%, which is kind of crazy. But it's a huge area. You can't delete. You can't delete these things now. So this is what we have to then work towards, which is crazy to think about. We have a lot to do. So next episode, what we have to do, and this is where the game starts getting really difficult. If it didn't make sense before, we need all of these things as maintenance, right? But for all of these, we need maintenance such as sausages, moonshine, overalls. So we have to make these things. Now to make these, we need to have bread, beer, and clothing, which we are making here. Where is it at? We have clothing to be made, we have beer, and we have bread. So that's a good thing. We are making that. Where are we making that? We're making bread here. We're making, I think, beer. No, we're making beer here. And we're making clothing here. But the problem is they're going to be depleted. You need 2 every 3 minutes. And we're not producing anywhere near that amount. We're producing how many in 3 minutes? 6? And that's for one machine. So this is where it gets difficult. We don't have anything else that we can go and upgrade because we're at our limit here. So next episode, we're going to come back and we're going to make, well, vest shop, milk shop, or milk can shop, milk and can, whatever. And then we got steak and leather. We're going to make all these, and then we're going to backtrack because then we have to make sausages, moonshine, overalls. And then these we do have, but we're going to be depleting them very quickly. But once you get them set up, then you can cut a start back at the beginning, and we'll see. We have a lot to do. Luckily, we have this, kind of procedurally generated map in a sense. We have tons of space to do all this stuff. We're not going to touch any of this area, but we have this whole area to do. And I think this is where we're going to start using to make the stuff to supply to make the windows. That's the goal. We'll use this area. I mean, we have this space up here is basically void, irrelevant space. A lot of this space we're going to use, and then up here we have tons of space as well. This would be a good place to dump some water, but you can't build over the water. Not yet. Excuse me, not yet. You can't. All right, guys, let's wrap it up here. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving me a like as well as a comment. It would be much appreciated. And if you're enjoying this series or any other video on my channel, hit that subscribe button, tick the bell notification icon so you don't miss any future episodes. And remember, guys, we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers. We're getting there. We got about 750 to go. You guys make it possible. And as always, catch you guys next time.